Most men struggle with women not because they are weak, ugly, or unlucky, but because no one ever taught them how women actually respond to male behavior in the real world. You were given advice that sounded nice but failed the moment emotions, attraction, and competition entered the picture. That frustration builds quietly. You try harder. You become nicer. You get ignored, friend-zoned, or respected but not desired. And over time, that eats at your confidence. This video is not here to make you feel good. It's here to make you effective. Getting better with women is a skill, and like any skill, it follows patterns. When you understand those patterns, women respond differently to you without you forcing anything. Conversations flow, interest shows up naturally, respect becomes consistent, attraction stops feeling random. Modern dating is fast, noisy, and ruthless. Women have options, attention is cheap, weak behavior gets filtered out quickly. Strong, calm, grounded men stand out immediately, not by talking more, but by moving differently. In this video, I'm going to break down what actually shifts how women see you, not theory, not fantasy. Real behaviors that change outcomes. If you're tired of guessing, tired of overthinking every interaction, and tired of watching other men get results you want, stay locked in. This is where you start taking control. 1. Frame first. The first thing that decides how women treat you is your frame. Your frame is how you see yourself, how you move through situations, and what you tolerate. Women read this instantly. Before you say anything clever, before attraction even forms, she's already asking herself one question: does this man know who he is? Men who struggle usually hand over control without realizing it. They adjust their opinions to fit hers. They rush to agree. They explain themselves too much. They wait for permission in conversations. This signals uncertainty, and uncertainty kills attraction fast. A strong frame shows up in small ways. You speak calmly. You don't rush your words. You listen without trying to impress. When you disagree, you do it comfortably. You don't chase reactions. You don't panic when there's silence. You let moments breathe. This communicates confidence without saying it. Women feel safest and most drawn to men who are internally stable, not loud, not aggressive, stable. A man with frame doesn't need approval to feel solid. He enjoys the interaction but isn't dependent on the outcome. That emotional independence makes women curious and relaxed around you. Here's the key tactic. Decide your standards before you engage. How you expect to be spoken to, how much effort you give, how you walk away when something doesn't sit right. When you know this internally, your behavior aligns automatically. No acting, no pretending. Stop entering interactions hoping to be chosen. Enter knowing you're evaluating too. The moment you do this, women respond differently. Respect increases, interest rises, and suddenly you're no longer trying to get better with women. Women are adjusting to you. 2. Calm presence. Women are drawn to emotional control more than clever words. A calm presence tells her you're grounded, observant, and not easily shaken. Most men lose attraction by reacting too fast. They over-explain, over-text, over-joke, and over-invest before anything is earned. That nervous energy is felt immediately. When you slow down, everything changes. You pause before responding. You allow silence without filling it. You don't rush to entertain. This creates tension in a good way. It signals that you're comfortable with yourself and don't need constant validation. Women associate this with strength and leadership. Here's a practical shift. Stop responding emotionally to everything she does. If she takes longer to reply, you don't speed up. If she tests you with sarcasm or indifference, you don't defend yourself. You stay steady. Calm men are rare in modern dating, and rarity creates value. In conversations, focus on being present instead of performing. Look at her when she speaks. Let her finish her thoughts. Respond thoughtfully, not desperately. This makes her feel seen without you chasing her attention. Ironically, that pulls her closer. In dating, chaos is everywhere. Emotional swings, mixed signals, attention games. The man who remains centered stands out instantly. Women feel relaxed around him because he doesn't add pressure. He sets the emotional temperature instead of reacting to it. Practice slowing down in everyday life. Walk slower, speak slower, breathe before you respond. When your nervous system calms, your interactions improve automatically. Attraction grows quietly, naturally, and without effort. 3. Clear intent. One of the biggest mistakes men make is hiding their intent. They hover in conversations, offer support, crack jokes, and hope attraction magically appears. It doesn't. Women sense confusion immediately. When your intent isn't clear, you get placed into safe, non-romantic categories. Clear intent doesn't mean being aggressive or inappropriate. It means being honest, direct, and comfortable with desire. You speak to her like a man who knows why he's there. Your tone is relaxed. Your eye contact is steady. Your words are simple. You don't dress interest up as friendship. When you show intent early, something important happens. She can decide. Women respect clarity. Even when they are not interested, they respect a man who stands on what he wants without apology. That respect protects your confidence and saves you time. Here's how this looks in real life. You compliment something specific instead of generic praise. You invite her out directly instead of hinting. You flirt lightly instead of hiding behind politeness. You don't over-justify your interest, you let it exist. Men fear rejection, so they delay intent. But delaying doesn't reduce rejection. It increases confusion. Clear men move faster, learn faster, and grow faster. They don't waste months in uncertainty. Modern dating rewards decisiveness. Women are flooded with passive attention. What cuts through is a man who is grounded enough to say, "I'm interested," without needing reassurance. That confidence is felt more than any line. Train yourself to express interest calmly and early. When you do, women respond with either interest or honesty. Both are wins. 4. Lead moments. Attraction grows when a man leads without force. Leadership isn't control, it's direction. Women respond to men who can move things forward naturally. Most men wait. They ask too many questions. They hesitate. That hesitation creates friction and drains momentum. Leading moments means you decide simple things. Where to sit, when to move the conversation deeper, when to change locations, when to end the interaction. You don't overthink it. You act calmly and watch how she follows. In conversation, leadership shows through transitions. You don't stay stuck on safe topics. You guide the interaction toward emotion, humor, or curiosity. You tell short stories. You ask purposeful questions. You don't interview her. You create an experience. On dates, weak leadership looks like endless, "What do you want to do?" Strong leadership looks like having a plan and adjusting if needed. Women relax when they don't have to steer everything. It allows attraction to grow naturally. Here's an important detail. Leadership only works when paired with presence. You don't rush. You don't dominate. You read her energy and move at a steady pace. If she pulls back, you don't push. You stay centered. Men who lead are remembered. Even if the interaction ends, the emotional imprint stays. Women recall how they felt around you more than what you said. Calm direction creates safety and excitement at the same time. Practice leading in small ways daily. Choose decisively. Speak clearly. End conversations confidently. Leadership becomes a habit, not a performance. When women feel that consistency, interest deepens without effort. 5. Boundaries. Boundaries. Decide how women treat you long-term. Without them, attraction fades into convenience. Men lose respect when they tolerate behavior they don't like just to keep a woman around. That silent resentment shows up later and ruins everything. A boundary is not a threat. It's a standard you live by. You don't announce it dramatically, you enforce it calmly. When something feels off, you address it simply or remove yourself. No lectures, no anger, just clarity. Women test boundaries naturally, not out of malice, but to see what kind of man you are. Will you fold? Will you complain? Will you over-explain? Or will you stay grounded and consistent? Your response tells her everything. Here's what strong boundaries look like. You don't tolerate disrespect, masked as jokes. You don't reward flaky behavior with extra effort. You don't chase mixed signals. You don't sacrifice your values for attention. When a boundary is crossed, you either speak once or step back. This behavior builds quiet authority. Women feel safer with men who protect their own self-respect. It shows emotional maturity and strength. Attraction survives because respect stays intact. Many men fear boundaries because they think it will push women away. Weak boundaries do the opposite. They drain attraction slowly. Clear boundaries filter out incompatible people and deepen connection with the right ones. Start by respecting your time and energy. When you value yourself, others follow your lead. Boundaries aren't walls. They're filters, and they separate men who get tolerated from men who get chosen. 6. Emotional control. Your emotional state is contagious. Women feel it before they understand it. When a man is reactive, needy, or easily rattled, attraction erodes quietly. Emotional control is not suppression, it's mastery. You feel everything without letting emotions drive your actions. Men lose ground when they chase reassurance. They seek constant confirmation. They react to mood shifts. They try to fix feelings that aren't theirs to manage. This puts pressure on the interaction and kills polarity. Strong emotional control looks simple. You don't argue to win. You don't take everything personally. You don't overreact to changes in tone or attention. You stay steady whether things go well or not. Here's the tactic. Respond, don't react. When something triggers you, pause. Breathe. Choose your response. That pause is power. It keeps you grounded and communicates maturity. Women trust men who can regulate themselves. In dating, unpredictability is common. Mixed signals, emotional swings, distractions. The man who remains centered becomes the emotional anchor. Women naturally lean into that stability. Train emotional control outside of dating. Handle stress better. Manage frustration calmly. Build discipline in small areas of life. These habits carry over into relationships automatically. When you master emotional control, women feel safe, intrigued, and respected around you. Attraction deepens because you're not trying to manage the moment. You're owning yourself within it. 7. Not knowing what to say. A major reason you feel nervous around girls is the fear of running out of words. That silence you imagine, the awkward pause, the blank mind, the moment where nothing comes out, can make you avoid approaching altogether. Men worry that if they don't say something impressive, funny, or perfectly smooth, the whole interaction will fall apart. That pressure makes your mind panic, and when the mind panics, it shuts down. Suddenly you're standing there with a tight chest and no idea how to start. The truth is, you don't need perfect lines. You don't need deep conversations right away. You just need simple, natural communication. Most girls aren't expecting you to deliver a flawless opening. They're just looking to feel comfortable, acknowledged, and respected. But because you think you need to be overly impressive, you freeze before you even begin. A lot of men also struggle because they rely too much on rehearsed lines. When the situation doesn't match the script, they lose their footing. Real conversations aren't scripted. They shift, flow, and build based on the moment. When you try too hard to stick to what you practiced, you stop listening and start performing. That's when the nervousness takes over. The key is to focus on simplicity. A basic greeting, a genuine comment about the environment, or a light observation is enough to start. Once you begin, your nerves calm down because your mind switches from imagining to doing. Momentum helps you speak naturally, and natural conversation builds confidence. Remember this: the right words matter far less than your tone, your calmness, and your presence. Girls respond more to how you make them feel than the exact sentences you use. When you stop chasing perfect words and start showing up authentically, the nervousness loses its power. Getting better with women doesn't require tricks, masks, or endless talking. It requires alignment. When your frame is solid, your presence is calm, your intent is clear, and your boundaries are firm, attraction becomes a byproduct of who you are. You stop chasing signals and start setting standards. Modern dating filters out men who hesitate and rewards men who move with purpose. Emotional control, leadership, and the willingness to walk away separate those who struggle from those who get consistent results. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about sharpening what's already there. Take these principles seriously and apply them daily, not just with women, but in how you live. When you do, women don't just notice you, they respond to you.